he's not wearing a jacket shepherd.
I do not believe I would consider myself a feminist because feminism is believing that everybody should have equal positions and jobs and such, but I believe that some people may not have the qualities it takes to fill that job, even if they have had the education or even if they have had the experience in that field. I do not believe they should have to fill that amount of jobs with a certain gender.
Are you a feminist?
No.
Why not?
Because I guess I don't know the true definition of feminist and haven't really formed an opinion.
Hey, what's up, man?
Are you a feminist?
Nope,
Why?
I'm not a girl.
Are you a feminist?
Absolutely,
Why?
because women deserve to have the same rights and treatment as men.
I would consider myself not necessarily a feminist, but someone who does support women's rights. But then I'm also one of those people who thinks that chivalry is still a good thing to be around. So it's like, I know you can't have it both ways, but I think that women should be equal, but still treated with respect.
Even women don't hold as many computer science jobs as men or engineering jobs as men. It's because they simply don't want to. Women and men have different goals in their life overall, and not all women want to become computer coders or engineers. And I think the press to make it be 50-50 in the world of engineering is idiotic because men and women are different.
Yes, I am. I always have been, and I think that feminism is a really important part of what we need to teach the society that's growing up in this younger generation, because women are equal to men, and the idea that feminism is something to be ashamed of, or like you shouldn't be proud of being a woman, I think that's ridiculous.
Can I just say I'm not a feminist?
Do whatever you want.
I'm not a feminist.
Why?
Because I love women.
What? Are you a feminist?
Yes.
Why?
Women deserve equal rights.
I wouldn't exactly consider myself a feminist because with the way that today's culture is, when you hear the word feminist, you think the girls who think really heavily of themselves, they're like women are above men, because that's just the image they have right now. But I'm more of an equalist, is what I'd like to call it.
No, I'm not a feminist, but I do believe that men and women should be held at an equal standard, because just because someone is a different gender doesn't mean that women are better or men are better. I think that they're equal.
Andrew Okerson.
What?
Would you consider yourself a feminist, and why?
I am pro-feminist. However, I myself am not a feminist. I
Why?
believe that everyone should be equal. There should not be a preference between the sexes.
Yes.
Why?
Because I believe that women and men have the same rights, deserve the same rights. Yeah, we're equal.
I'm a feminist and an equalist because I believe that women should have rights, but that we shouldn't be more powerful than men or all like almighty, so that we should all just be equal.
Are you a feminist?
Yes.
Why?
Because I believe that everybody has equal rights and girls can do anything that guys can do.
Yeah, I'm definitely a feminist because equality, and women deserve equal rights as men.
Why?
I would consider myself a feminist just because I believe that being a feminist means that you want women to reach the equality that men have.
No, I'm not, but I am an equalist because I think that women and men are equal, and they should be able to do women should be able to do the exact same things as men. But okay, my explanation is biblical because in the Bible, women are supposed to look up to the man. So no, I'm not a feminist.
Mr. Reagan, are you a feminist?
No, I am not a feminist.
Why not?
In the language arts field, feminism is not, it's not necessarily more about politics, it's more about literature and how things are written and how things are perceived.
I do not believe that your definition changes my opinion in any way, because that is already the opinion that I had in mind. And using a different way to describe a word is just taking it more literally. It says that it is a social movement for both genders and giving equal privileges. Well, some people shouldn't have the same privileges as others.
Why?
Oh, why?
Why?
Well, some people do not deserve to have the same privileges as others because they may have not had worked as hard as the other people. I mean, somebody could work a whole lot and then get into a job that they don't deserve just because they're of a certain gender, and the company or the person who is giving out the job has to fill a certain amount of the positions with women or men.
What?
Say
am I
what you were
going?
just about to say.
You take the root word, the literal meaning of feminism is the belief of females. That's what the word is. You can put a definition to it, but I agree that feminism should be equality. However, I believe that word's been hijacked.
Well, I still wouldn't exactly call myself a feminist because I still want equality between sexes, genders, sexuality. I just want equality overall.
The definition did not affect my answer because the definition was a lot like what my definition of feminism is. So I agree with it.
I'd say it kind of does change my opinion. Maybe I would call myself a feminist because I just previously associated the term with more of like the feminazis. But with that definition, I would agree.
Cole
that
Kane, please come to the front office.
Yes, I am a feminist. I agree with everything that the definition says.
No, it does not. Do I talk? Yes, it does change my opinion. Is that
So
all I'm
you'd consider yourself a feminist
Yes.
then?
Does our definition change your opinion on it?
No.
Does that change my opinion?
Does our definition change your opinion on feminism?
No, it's the same thing I agree with.
The definition does not affect my opinion because it agreed with what I said. So I'm still a feminist all around.
The definition did not affect my answer because the definition was a lot like what my definition of feminism is. So I agree with it.
Does our definition change your opinion?
Yes, it does.
Why?
Because it completely outlined different views than I had.
Does our definition change your opinion?
Your definition would change my opinion of what feminism is.
Why is that?
Because if it is equality for all people, then it would be different. If it's just for one group or one social class, then that's one thing. But if it's for all people, then that would make it a different definition.
Does our definition change your opinion at all?
Absolutely not.
The definition does not change my opinion.
Though it doesn't change my answer because it was kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Why am I agreeing? I'm confused.
Does our definition change your opinion?
Yes, because men and women are equal and they deserve to be treated that way.
Does our definition change your opinion?
Yes.
Why?
Because I now have a better idea of what the feminist movement in action and all over definition of it means.